AFC East. First team here, the Buffalo Bills. Last year, 11-6. This year, over under is not 10.5. 10.5. So I'm of the opinion that the Bills trading Stephon Diggs for Josh, is a distribution subtraction for Josh Allen. That's because of the synergy there, or lack of, because the Diggs demand the ball and whatnot. But I was going to go over initially, and then I saw that schedule this morning. I saw that schedule again. That's brutal. Now, I say that saying this, that last year, coming to the year, same situation. The schedule's brutal. And I thought they'd go slightly under as well, and they end up doing better than I thought they would. But that schedule, I mean, I think Josh Allen will be fine this year. He'll have a good year. I just don't know if that team got better in general. So I'm going to take the safe bet. I think the other teams in the division are going to be a little bit better now on paper. So I'm going to take the under on the Bills here. I think it'll be 10-7 this year. 10.5 wins, 10-7 is their ceiling.
So I agree. Well, it might have been addition by subtraction for getting rid of Diggs. Losing Gabe Davis certainly didn't help either.
Nope.
Now you're making Allen rely on a rookie wide receiver.
Boy, though, Keon
also
Coleman
could be a sleeper rookie of the year candidate.
Keon Coleman, baby.
Yes, sir.
Right.
When you
calm down, Chris.
When you catch 12 touchdown passes and have 1,000 yards receiving, there's a good chance you could be offensive rookie of the year.
Not with this quarterback class, you can't.
If none of the quarterbacks get you to the playoffs.
Don't matter. You don't even need to get to the playoffs.
We'll see.
So you go under. What about you, Chris?
This is another one of those really, really tough ones. I think somehow, some way, they pull it off and they go over.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But the defense, the offense, McDermott, I guess he just gets the job done. And he's kind of always on the hot seat too. I don't know why he doesn't get enough respect, I think. Because McDermott seems always there. There's something fluky happens, miss field goal, this, that, and the other. I don't ever say, damn, this is the reason why they lose all the time. But I'm going to go over, but 11's that ceiling. 11 is the ceiling. They're not going to go any higher than that. But I think they're that good that they're going to hit it on the dot.
Okay. So let's see them in the division here. We'll put it in a second. But next team here, the Miami Dolphins. Last year, 11-6. This year, the over-under number is 9.5 wins. Of course, they gave Tua Tagovailoa a new contract. A lot of money for a guy that can't stay healthy, although he did play some teams last year. Give him credit for that one. Can do it again, though. By the way, the comments about Brian Flores, you guys see that?
Of course.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
I think to somebody said with kid gloves, he was pretty kind about the critique. And anyone coming to Brian Flores' defense, you look like an idiot. You literally look like you're coming to his defense to protect him, like he's some sort of victim.
I think Flores didn't deny anything, so I think he already has admitted that everything is true because he never once said that wasn't the case.
Right, that's true.
He just said, I grew as a man, so obviously he's owning up to it. Good for him, but he's still going to be, I think he's already been blacklisted to be a head coach for a while, especially after the whole lawsuit and everything like that.
Yeah.
I think this also, beyond that, is going to set him back another 3-4 years. He's not going to be a head coach for a long time.
The only way he's a head coach again is if there's a veteran quarterback, because everyone's going to remember for the next 10 years what happened with a rookie quarterback the first time.
But don't forget the whole racism thing with the owner and the lawsuit. That's how you get banned forever, from head coaching. Every owner is going to think, is this guy going to turn on me? The second I don't draft his player, he was adamant about taking Herbert over Tua, and then his whole tenure was based on that just riff between him not getting the guy he wanted and them just being sour over it and this, that, and the other.
And then shitting on Tua as a result. Yeah.
And he didn't. Yeah, and he didn't
And
evolve.
what does that tell you as what someone who's supposed to be a leader of men? You act like a child when you don't get your way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bad look for it. He's not going to be a coach for a long time.
Anyway, I'm going to go over the Dolphins. Now the question is going to be, they'll beat the middling teams of the league. No problem with that. But can they beat the good teams? Can they beat the Bills first off? Can they beat Philly? Can they beat the KCs of the world? The Baltimores? That's where this team is judged right now. Ultimately, if you want to be a Super Bowl contender, you got to beat those teams, and that's the big question for the Dolphins going forward. So are they a play contender? Absolutely. They'll win more than 9.5 games. They'll probably win the division. We'll see on our predictions. I'm gonna go over. That's not a problem. It's about beyond. So I'm gonna go over in Dolphins.
I'll take the over. I'll say they do win the division.
Okay.
And I'll go a step further. They finally win a playoff game.
Oh.
Look,
wow.
It's okay to take baby steps. Win a few games, make it to the playoffs, then win in the playoffs. It's okay. Not everybody goes to the Super Bowl and wins it the first time they get there, like Patrick Mahomes.
Special.
Yeah. But not everyone else is. You can't grade everybody like they're Patrick Mahomes. There's only going to be one of them.
Yeah, agreed. Chris?
I'm going to go under. I think they're 9 wins and they sneak into the playoffs. Maybe they're super fringe playoff team at best. I think McDaniel's offense kind of is going to show it's showed everything it's got already. I think too many things have gone right for that team the past few years that I think this year it's just not going to happen for them. I just don't see the step up. Like, do I think A-Chain's going to like stay healthy and just be like this dynamic Pro Bowl running back? No. I mean, you saw Mostert there and whatnot, but I just don't see where the team takes the next step at all. They lost Christian Wilkins, didn't replace him with anybody. Like, it's a huge hole in your defense.
Yeah.
Both their pass rushers are out. Like, their 2 best pass rushers are out, coming back from major surgeries. Do we not forget this? And then I don't know if you saw the end of their schedule. It's all cold weather teams on the road. Tua's never won a game below 75 degrees. Like, and if you look at the end of their schedule, it's all cold weather road teams. I don't know if you know
this, but the globe is warming, man. It might not even be winter this time.
I get that, but I just don't have faith in this team like showing out this year. I think
it's my last hope.
I think they played all their cards already, and I think the offense is going to take quite a bit of a regression.
No, I can see your point there. I can see that. I can see it going all the way too. Also, I just think that if anything, is definitely there. This is feels like an all-in year for this team at this point. Like, get it done now, or else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, get 2 of that money. So there you go.
Oh yeah. Well, you're also going to see when you have 2 of the top 5 highest paid wide receivers on your roster, plus a top 10 paid quarterback. That roster is going to take a hit in a couple of years.
Do they have 2 of the top 5 paid wide receivers anymore? I mean, they may not have one of the top 10.
No, they restructure Hill to get him up there, and Waddle's right there. Waddle's getting paid more than Devontae Adams. Like, they paid that team. That team is paid.
Well, to their credit, they built the team around Tua, the team around Tua, and to complement his skill set. So we'll see.
All I know is blame Jacksonville for why wide receivers are getting paid right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, next one here. Oh boy, here we go. The New York Jets. Last year, 7-10. This year, over under 9.5 wins. 7-10 with the worst quarterback room in the NFL. Who was worse than the Jets last year? After Aaron Rodgers got
Carolina.
The fact they're 7-10. Well, okay. Well, I mean, I'm telling you, no.
2 wins, 2 wins, right. Guys. 2 wins.
I agree.
That answers the question.
That room was one guy, though. To be fair, one guy. I'm talking about they rotated 3-4 different quarterbacks in New York and nothing worked.
Every one of those guys in Carolina. I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyway, Aaron Rodgers is he gonna play more than 4 snaps this year?
Yeah. He might play 15 games this year. It ain't gonna mean jack shit.
This is the biggest riddler of the entire season. The Jets.
It really is.
If Aaron Rodgers is healthy, this guy's what's their ceiling?
But what's healthy?
Like he's healthy and he's able to play. Is he can he be good as he was 2 years ago?
He's even older than Kirk Cousins coming off the Achilles.
I understand that. So I ask you again, what is the ceiling?
2 years ago, it wasn't very good.
Well, by his standards.
2 years ago, he couldn't throw over 200 yards but half the season. So what do you think he's going to do now without Devontae Adams?
He has, Garrett Wilson and...
That's not Devontae Adams. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's so tough. See, this is one of those teams that they actually retain their head coach. So when you say, oh, you upgraded the quarterback, how many more wins is he really worth? I mean, I think because of the way the AFC is, and I think their defense is actually slightly overrated, but their corners are unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to remember, they have the whole Hassan Riddick thing where they lost their best pass rusher and then replaced him with Hassan Riddick, and he has not shown up at all. I don't know if that gets resolved. And I can tell you one thing, I don't know if he shows up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's tough because he's losing out on a lot of money because, I mean, his contract's still like $14 million. But they might fold and give him the money as soon as they lose the first game of the year. They don't have an easy game to start the year off with. So if their pass rush doesn't show up, all of a sudden the Sauce Gardner starts getting cooked because, quarterback is holding the ball for 5 seconds. Who knows? But it'll be interesting to say the least. This is like one of the hardest ones. I really think they are going to be better this year. I'm going
to go over just because. I'm not going to bet it because I obviously a lot of question marks there. But all things equal, they should be at least 10-win team.
For the Jets to even get over, their defense has to be perfect and they have to have a run game. If they don't have those two going, you can't count on Aaron Rodgers. You can't count on a guy who's 39, coming off an Achilles, who takes half a season to get to 200 yards.
Are the backs still there? Dalvin Cook still there or no?
No, but Breece Hall is a stud.
Yeah, Breece Hall still. Yeah, I agree.
Surgery, so
right.
I'm going to go over, but man, they're obviously one hit away from going under easily.
This is all in year for the Jets also too.
Oh, 100%. Like Robert Saleh's, he's coaching for his career.
Not his
career, for his job.
Aaron Rodgers' career could be it's obviously year to year. This could be it. Who knows? But I'm gonna go over this because this was a narrative. And finally, last team here, the New England Patriots. This is really easy. Last year, 4-13, over under 4.5 wins.
That line hasn't moved either.
No! What a fall from grace, fellas. What a fall from grace. Easy under for me. This will be the worst team in football this year. We don't even know who the quarterback's going to be week 1. Drake May or Jacoby Brissett. I don't think it matters.
I have faith in Gerard Mayo, though. I don't think he's going to be a bad coach.
I do. Long term. Not right now. It's not a good roster. So
I want to run away with them being the worst team in the league. I don't think it's a runaway.
Who's the other team that's competing with them on the bottom?
Carolina.
Las Vegas. Arizona.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Number 32. Calm down.
There's plenty of teams that could be Minnesota. Like, there's a lot of teams that could be right now.
Minnesota's going to be there. Carolina.
New Orleans could be there easily. Like, there's a lot of teams that could be there. And guess what all those teams have in common? They all went through some super shitty cap situations and are trying to recover from that. I think Denver's right there too. I wouldn't be shocked too. Denver's paying Russell Wilson like $1 million, like a gajillion dollars this year.
Look,
like
before the preseason, I would have agreed with you. I would have said that was the second worst situation. But
there's a lot of teams that the ball just doesn't bounce your way at the end of the game. If you miss a field goal, all of a sudden you're right there. Now, granted, it's like Kendrick Bourne's your number one receiver. Like, that's not good. Like, there's a lot of things that you can see on that roster, but I just think like Gerard Mayo's going to get that team ready to play every week, and they're going to go under, but I'm not going to say they're a lock to be the worst team in the league. I could definitely see them hitting 4 wins.
Are you under 2 also, Zach?
Yeah. 3-4 wins max. I take the under.
Yeah.
And I think they're one of the 2 or 3 worst teams in football.
All right.